Python list. So this is part 1 of the discussion on list for Python. So lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. So lists are one of 4 built-in data types in Python used to store collections of data. The other 3 are tuple, set, and dictionary, all with different qualities and usage. Lists are created using square brackets. So this is an example of a list. So this list is equal to, then we have here the items, so in square bracket. So we print the list, then it will print something like this. So that's a list. List items are ordered. So what we mean by ordered is that they actually have index numbers. So they are numbered. Okay, so they have index numbers. So changeable and allow duplicate values. So we can change the values in the items in the items, or values of the items in a list. And we can also have duplicate values inside a list. So list items are indexed, that's why we call them ordered. And the first item has an index of 0, the second item has an index of 1, etc. Ordered. So when you say the lists are ordered, it means that the items have a defined order, and that order will not change. So if you add new items to a list, the new items will be placed at the end of the list. And there are some list methods that will change the order, but in general, the order of the items will not change. So again, we say it's ordered because the first one is, of course, we can have it is numbered 0 or index 0, etc. Changeable. The list is changeable, meaning that we can change, add, and remove items in the list after it has been created. Allow duplicate. So since lists are indexed, lists can have items with the same value. So lists allow duplicate values. So in this example here, this list equals, so again, we use a square bracket for a list. And then if we notice here, we have 2 apples here. So apple, banana, cherry, and then again apple, and then again cherry. So we print the list. So we have this for our output. List length. To determine how many items a list has, use the length function. So for example, we have here the list. List equals apple, banana, cherry, and then print the length. So length of this list. So this will give us 3 because we have 3 items inside our list. List item data types. So list item can be of any data type. So here are some examples. So in the first example, we have a list composed of strings. So we have apple, banana, cherry. And then on the second list, we have a list of integers composed of integer items. And then on the third list here, we have a list composed of Boolean values. And also a list can contain different data types. So just like in this example, list 1 equals, we have here string followed by a number followed by Boolean, and then again a number, and then again a string. So this is also possible in a list. Type. From Python perspective, lists are defined as objects with the data type list. That's why if we print its type, it will display here. It say it's a class and of the type list. So what is the data type of a list? So my list equals apple, banana, cherry. So if you print type using the type function, my list, then it will say it's a list. So that's how we determine the type of a particular variable. The list constructor. It is also possible to use the list constructor when creating a new list. So for example, here using the list constructor to make a list. So this list is equal to list, open, close, and then again in close in parentheses, so there are double round brackets. Again in open close parentheses, we have the items inside the list. So you notice we use parentheses, not square bracket, because actually we're using here a function or a constructor method to create a list. So we print this list, so you notice it's actually a list because again of the square bracket here. Python collection arrays. So let's just have an idea of what are the collections. So there are 4 collection data types in the Python programming language. So a list is a collection which is ordered and changeable and allow duplicate members. A tuple is a collection which is ordered also, but it is unchangeable and allows duplicate numbers. A set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable, although you can have set items are unchangeable, but you can remove and add items whenever you like. And an index, so there should be no duplicate members in a set. In a dictionary, it's a collection which is ordered. So as of Python 3.7, dictionaries are ordered. In Python 3.6 earlier, dictionaries are unordered. So they are ordered and changeable, and there should be no duplicate members. So when choosing a collection type, it is useful to understand the properties of the type. Choosing the right type of a particular data set could mean retention of meaning, and it could mean an increase in efficiency or security. How do we access items in a list? So list items are indexed, and you can access them by referring to the index number. So for example, we have here a list. So this list is equal to apple, banana, cherry. So if we print this list indexed by 1, so we're now referring to banana. Again, the index of the first item is 0. So index 1 is referring to banana. So if we use print this list and then we place the index, so it will print banana. Access item. So how about negative indexing? So negative indexing means start from the end. So negative 1 refers to the last item. So negative 2 refers to the second to the last item. So print the last item in the list. So we have print this list negative 1. So that will print the last item. So that is actually cherry. So if you use negative 2, that will print banana. So similar with print this list 1, because 0, 1, 2, or negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 if you use negative indexing. Range of indices. You can specify a range of indices by specifying where to start and where to end the range. When specifying a range, the return value will be a new list with the specified items. So, for example, return the third, fourth, and fifth item. So we have here a range. So this list, we have apple, banana, cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, and mango. So this, the index of this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we use print this list 2 to 5, so we'll start with 0, 1, 2, we'll start with cherry, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the fifth one is not included. So we're now referring to cherry, orange, and kiwi. So you notice that's the output. Again, we start from 0, 1, 2, so we start with cherry. So 2, 3, 4, 5, but the fifth one, the last one here, is not included. So we only have 2 cherry, orange, and kiwi. Okay, so again, the search will start with 2 included and end at index 5 not included. So take note of that. Range of index. By leaving out the start value, the range will start at the first item. So example, this example returns the items from the beginning to but not including kiwi. So starting from the beginning up to 4, but that's not include number 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we exclude this one. So that will give us apple, banana, cherry, and orange. So we have apple, banana, cherry, and orange here. So again, that is if we skip or we leave out the start value of a range. By leaving out the end value, the range will go to the end of the list. So just like the previous one. But this one, we're leaving the end value. So this example returns the items from cherry to the end. So 0, 1, 2. So it will start here. So since we did not specify the second value or the end value, then that means from this up to the last. So that will be cherry, orange, kiwi, melon, and mango. Again, range of index. We could also have negative range of index. Specify negative indices if you want to start the search from the end of the list. So in this example, returns the items from orange, -4, 2, but not including mango, -1. So that is -1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll start with this up to -1. So -4 to -1. So up to -1, but it will not include this one. So it will be orange, kiwi, and melon. So take note of that again. The last range is always not included. Check if item exists. So to determine if a specified item is present in the list, use the in keyword. So check if apple is present in the list. So this list is equal to apple, banana, cherry. If apple in this list, so we're checking if apple is present in this list, then we print yes, apple is in the fruits list. So since in this particular example, apple is actually here, so this will execute this code. So the output will be yes, apple is in the fruits list. Change item value. To change the value of a specific item, refer to the index number. So let's say, for example, we have here this list, apple, banana, and cherry. So this list 1 is equal to black currant. I don't know what fruit this is. So that means we're replacing banana because this is index 0, this is index 1. So we're replacing this one. So the output will be, if you print the list, it will be apple, blackcurrant, and cherry. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Change a range of item values. To change the value of items with a specified range, define a list with the new values and refer to the range of index numbers where you want to insert the new values. So change a range of items. So let's say, for example, change the values banana and cherry with the values blackcurrant and watermelon. So since banana and cherry are on position, so 0, 1, 2, but we'll have include 3 again, but that's not included when you specify a range. So we have this list 1 to 3. We have blackcurrant and watermelon. So what this will do is replace banana and cherry with blackcurrant. Banana with blackcurrant and cherry with watermelon. So the output, if we print this list, will be apple, blackcurrant, watermelon, orange, kiwi, and mango. If you insert more items than you replace, the new items will be inserted where you specified, and the remaining items will move accordingly. So let's say, for example, change the second value by replacing it with 2 new values. So specify here this list, apple, banana, cherry, and then this list 1. So we are referring to banana up to 2, but again, this is not included. So we have here 2 values here. And since it is more than, if we have 1 to 2, that's only a single value. So that will add watermelon. So you notice here, apple, blackcurrant, watermelon was inserted before cherry. So the length of the list will change when the number of items inserted does not match the number of items replaced. So take note of this. If you insert less items than you replace, the new items will be inserted where you specify the remaining items will move accordingly. So change the second and third values by replacing it with one value. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, take note, if you specify a range, the last one is not included. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So since this list 1 to 3 watermelon, that means we're replacing this 2 with watermelon. So if we print the list, then we have only apple and then watermelon. Okay, so take note of that one. How to insert items? To insert a new item without replacing any of the existing values, we can use the insert method. The insert method inserts an item at the specified index. Insert watermelon as a third item. So we have this list, apple, banana, cherry. This list insert 2. So that's a third item. Remember that our index starts with 0. Then watermelon. So if we print this list, we have apple, banana. Then watermelon is inserted at position number 2, 0, 1, 2. And then cherry here moves to the next position. Append items. To add an item at the end of the list, we use the append method. So using the append method to append an item, here's an example. This list we call apple, banana, cherry. This list that append orange. So we have print this list, we have apple, banana, cherry, and then orange. So it will be added at the end of the list. And I would like you to take note of these methods here, because these methods are also quite similar with other collection variables of Python rather. Extend a list. So append elements from one list to the current list. We use the extend method. So this is when we are appending a list to another list. So let's say, for example, we have this list, apple, banana, cherry, and then we have tropical, mango, pineapple, papaya. So what we're going to do is to insert or append or to extend this list by adding these items here, or this list. So we have this list that extend tropical. So what we're extending here is that this list, not the tropical list. So if you print this list, you notice now mango, pineapple, and papaya were actually added to this list. Add any iterable. The extend method does not have the append list, so you can add any iterable object, tuple, set, dictionary, etc. So for example, add elements to a tuple to a list. So this list, we have a list and then we have a tuple. This tuple is equal to kiwi orange. So this list that extend this tuple, so we can do that. And the contents of the tuple will be added to the list. So in this case, we have added kiwi and orange here. Remove specified item. So to remove, the remove method removes the specified item. So it's an example here. Let's say, for example, this list apple, banana, cherry, and then this list that remove banana. So this will remove this item. So print this list. You notice banana is already not included in our list, so it was removed. Remove by using the index. So the pop method removes the specified index. So remove the second item. So this list apple, banana, cherry. So this list dot pop 1. Again, our index starts with 0. So 1 is the second item here. So print this list, it will print apple and cherry. If you do not specify the index, the pop method removes the last item. So it will be the last item. So as an example, remove the last item. This list apple, banana, cherry. This list that pop. So since we did not specify the index, it will remove cherry. So it will print the list. So print this list. It will print apple and then banana. Del. The del keyword also removes a specified index. So to remove the first item, this list equals apple, banana, cherry. So del this. So this is not a keyword, or this is not a function, but it's actually a keyword. That's why del and then this list 0. So this will remove the first item. So print this list, we have banana and cherry. The del keyword can also delete the list completely. So let's say for example this list is equal to apple, banana, cherry, del this list, and if we print this list, so it's not included here, but if we print this list, it will now show an error because this list is already removed. It's no longer existing. Clear the list. So clearing the list is still there, but the elements are actually removed. So the method empties the list still remains, but it has no content. So this list, apple, banana, cherry, this list that clear, so it's a method, print this list. So we have an empty list if we print the list. So as compared with the previous one, if we delete the list does not exist anymore. That's why if we print, it will cause an error. Okay, so that ends the first part of our lecture on list. So we'll have the second part on the next video. Thank you very much for viewing this video.